Now, on a more serious note, I just want to say congratulations to Harlequins, the Barbarians and your type, and I'm a member of the Wasps, I'm a member of the Barbarians, I'm a member of the Centurions, and it's great what they do. But it is sad that we can't have those great friendly games we used to have. I think it used to be I think it was Easter, the Harlequins used to play the Wasps. And some of the greatest weekends, and it was the first time we could take our wives and have a weekend away, and not that we really insisted they come, but we had those weekends away, and it was brilliant. And even the New Zealand selectors would come along and have a look, and so it made you get a little bit serious for the 10 minutes before the game. But the Friday nights and getting together and the friendships and the fellowship we used to have. Then I can always remember going down and playing a test at Christchurch in the Cantabs. There was a big fundraiser now, I'm not sure what it was for, but just let's say it was for the Cancer Society. And we'd played Australia the day before on Saturday. Now they had another game on Wednesday. We go home and I'd be playing for King Country or somebody else on Wednesday or during the week. But it was sort of, we had a social game, you know, teams all mixed up, and Cantabs played the Canterbury 15 or something like that. And you played with all the guys you'd played against the day before, you mixed up, you learnt rugby, you talked about it. And nowadays, these poor buggers, and you know, we used to get pissed again that night, you know, it was a good opportunity to run our booze out from the night before. And now, like this, they'll be on monitored this tonight, because they've got a test next Saturday. You know, nowadays we'd have a bloody provincial game or something, and when we used to play in Auckland, all the club football was stopped, you know, because the test in Auckland, everyone had an opportunity to go and watch the All Blacks play. We'd come back and play club rugby on Sunday. Now these poor buggers, they've got to go for a pool session. They've got to have a swim, provided they've got their swimming certificate. Otherwise ACC has them on it. So the game's got ridiculous. And the clubs like Harlequins and the Barbarians and those clubs, Centurions was another great club. I played with Bob Scott on the West Coast in 1955. He played fullback, and silly old bugger put on a demonstration of kicking goals from halfway in bare feet. I thought, what a bloody... No wonder you went bald. But it was a great... Here's this... Good picks, they were. Bloody good old... Here's this 18-year-old down there with Bob Scott, Ron Jarden, Frank Christ, me, a cousin of mine, O.S. Meads, and some other great Wellington people. And Bill Freeman was the guy that got me down. I went down on the train on a Friday night at the end of the season. It was in October. Came back and they got on the booze. There was a Fla Abbott, I think. I don't know, you know them, Bob. Oh, hell, I learnt a lot in a weekend then for the seconds. Where they poured us onto a plane Sunday afternoon. I stayed with Bill Freeman and caught a train home on Monday. Now those days are gone. The professional era doesn't allow it. Well, it's ridiculous. The game is still a fun game. The game is a game we all want. Whatever game I ever played, whether it was a Sunday playing for Harlequins or Barbarians, shit, I played it to win. Don't you worry about that. I didn't think about it the night before, but during the game, you really, and especially you went back to your club football on Sunday, and you'd had a huge night out in, say, Auckland, you know, after the test match. And you go into the first ruck and some Maori from out bush has you on and bloody boots you up there. Oh, jeez, I'm right back into it now. So that's what we've lost at rugby. We've lost the friendships, we've lost the great times we had here in Waikato, the great teams you had, and we can't say that about King Country anymore, because if we get a good play, you bastards have got it up here. But that's another matter. Good to be here, good talking to you. To the Harlequins, thanks for the invitation to speak. You're a great club. You're doing this for junior rugby, as you say, that's all you can do now. But you do a great job, because it's only about 3 weeks ago there was a Harlequins team at Taupo playing King Country. I don't know, I think it might have been secondary schools or under 18s or under 21s, so one of our teams down there. And so you are doing a great job, and to me that's tremendous, and keep up the good work, and be like the Barbarians, go for bloody big games overseas. You know, they go away, and that's only because they had John Hart there, and now he's gone to bloody league, and that hasn't gone too bloody well, has it? So, to the Harlequins, be ambitious, get some big games here, and we'll try and get some social rugby back into the great game of rugby, and that's when you can see how great some players are. Good to be here, thank you.